Good evening, guys. I am curling up for a little bit of evening relaxation in Harvest Land. This is my all-time favorite phone game. It's embarrassing how much I love it. If you've never played this game before, this is kind of your run-of-the-mill cell phone limited world MMO RPG. It is a task-based strategy game that's got a couple different aspects to it. You can kind of play it however you want, although one of the most popular ways to play, which is one of my faves, is to participate socially by joining a clan and collaborating on a rotating list of tasks that help you advance dragons in a race against other clans from all over the world. There is a chat feature you're going to catch up on. And there's like a variety of challenges, like there's space limitations, how much you can have and produce at one time, which bumps up against the requirements that different merchants ask for. Sometimes they ask for things that you don't have the ability to produce, whether you have been unable to create the workshops necessary or your harvest land gets run over by trolls and monsters. There's all sorts of other ways that, you hit logistical snags and challenges and stuff like that, but that's kind of the gist. So I thought I would do a little evening harvest land routine. I love routine videos. I'm a big fan of get ready with me, unwind with me, study with me, clean with me. Y'all, we're gonna do game with me routine harvest land edition. So when you log into the game, this is where it starts for everybody. Everyone has the exact same shaped landmass, but you can choose where you put it. Some things are stationary and you cannot move them, such as the clan castle, your warehouse, your docks for merchants, although they can expand the higher up you get. Mine's level all the way up, although I still have more levels to go in the game. Things like that, but you can move around your fields, your livestock, your orchards, your kitchens, all of that stuff. So I kind of go counterclockwise around the map. So usually I first check to see what's returned from my ship. The ship is a basic way that you can interact with other players in the game, depending on your level, and if you choose to add more ports with diamonds. You can load up your ship with excess armor, grains, or stuff and sell it for gold. So I'm kind of in a pinch because, as you can see at the top, my warehouse is just about full. These are the things that I have. It's kind of an unhelpful combo right now, frankly. Some of these things at the bottom I tend to save because, if I just get one more, they can be produced into something else that either gets me XP or better gold. So I leave those. Food items I can feed to workers for increased XP. But other than that, there's, I guess, some strategy to how you fill your boats or not. But often I just do it to offload and level up faster. So before I load up my boat, because why hang on to extra stuff, I usually just check to see what my merchants are asking for. Okay, that kind of helps me determine what I shouldn't get rid of. So I don't have any of those things. Actually, I don't even want to waste time to make them. Ditto this one and this one. Some of these things I can make, but I don't have the warehouse room to fill an order that big. You can also send things off for higher prices of amulets instead of gold that help you achieve different goals in the game here in the Caravan Market. This is the second place I always look when I log in because these rotate twice a day, and it is my favorite way to offload goods from the warehouse because you just get the best situation for it. Okay. We've scanned our boat order, scanned the caravan. There's nothing we really need to hang on to. So right now I'm trying to strike a balance between clearing things out, getting gold and XP, but also not reducing some of these really valuable items to too low a number that I couldn't spontaneously fill a caravan in the morning. Also, I'm kind of like having a quandary with these rocks. They're weirdly hard to get, and I'm trying to save up some products to build like a new workshop. So I think that I'm gonna leave those and I'll just sell these, which get me barely any gold, but it gets me space. So we send that off. That's gonna go to literally 12 randomized other people's phones, and it will appear here, and people can see like what's for sale. I don't need any of those things, so I'm gonna send that boat off to its next port around the world. The next thing I always do is pop over to the cinema. You get gold, casino chips, or diamonds. Okay, and that refreshes every 10 minutes, I want to say. These visiting merchant boats come, I think, every 15 minutes, unless previous groups have sped them up. Okay, the next thing I do is I head up here to my clan castle, and I check to see how fighting the monster is going. This is one of my favorite parts of this game. It took me like a year and a half to figure out that this feature existed because I'm a little dense sometimes. So your whole group has to pitch in weapons to fight these lizards or these monsters. I only have 2 of the weapons necessary right now, but I'm saving them for a task. So I can kind of get some new weapons made while I continue to tour around. To make the bows and arrows, you need cotton, which I typically keep in my granary for this purpose exactly. And whenever you go to do a task, before you like actually process the task, it'll show you how long it takes to make it. So this is going to give me like 3.5 minutes to roam around and do other things. Meanwhile, we'll get the wood mill going. Also at this time, usually since this is the point every night where I like think about making weapons, I do a quick sweep of my lands to see what new trees have sprung up. Trees will come as a way to like force you to maintain your lands. The really thick ones have a really high cost, in my opinion, to chop down for wood that I can mill for free basically in my actual mill. So I tend to leave those kind of as landmarks and decorations, but the smaller, thinner trees don't crop up as much, but they're free to chop down. Ooh, okay, this is the next thing I always do. If any of my workers are hungry, I feed them. 1, it helps them produce more, keeps them happy, and it also clears out my warehouse. It gives me a little bit of gold, a little bit of XP. It is really hard to level up in this game after like level 60. So even though some people find that really annoying, I find it to just be like weirdly soothing in like a Tom Nook Infinite Bells deck kind of way. I don't know, like every little bit helps. Ooh, he's hungry too. Okay, so we've just made a full lap. Depending on what tasks I'm doing in the dragon race, I'll find one of my 2 gnomes. The gnomes are special travelers that give you like a blind bag, but the cost is kind of high. It's usually diamonds, but it can sometimes be, here's the other one. It can sometimes be gold, so usually I'll tap on them just to see if they're asking for gold instead of diamonds, and if so, they've got my business. Otherwise, the ones that ask for trades in in diamonds, I usually wait for specific parts of the dragon race where that cost is worth it. So we've surveyed our business port, we've checked in on the dragon race and commenced the making of weapons and goods needed to make the weapons. I'll try to remember to like pick up my dry goods. I'll leave like produced fruits and vegetables on the trees because I don't know, they generate quickly and I don't ever really need to have that many in hand. This is where I keep weapons in production. I'm doing pretty good, honestly, with my weapon stash. The weapons can be used on little monsters like this, or big monsters like this tentacles monster. I think that's so hilarious. That will gain you access into other areas. Okay, there's a train of thought here, but we'll pause real quick. I am not going to game super hard tonight. A lot of times at this point I would look and see like what the merchants need in order for me to finish their orders. I am currently trying to complete orders within this time frame for my contribution to our dragon race as a clan. But honestly, since I don't know that I'm going to be on super long tonight, I am, instead of producing, going to kind of strategically... Okay, wait. We can probably fill that one tonight. I'm going to try to strategically just make some requests on the whale. The whale is the second most common feature for like socializing, air quotes, across like the whole huge MMORPG. I can fill any of these 6 slots from this list of the complete inventory of the game up to my current level. So I'm at level 98. This is all that I'm able to access. Like, theoretically, like, I could make these, but I could also, like, get them from other players. And then I will pop them in there and set a price. So, like, okay, let's request some of these glass vials. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Then, real-life actual people, such as myself, will log on. And if we're friends in the game, they will see an orange exclamation point on my picture in the friends list, and hopefully it will tantalize them to come and get this top dollar gold in exchange for goods if they have them. So I can see that 9 of my friends need assistance. I can tap on their logo, hop on over to their farm, and see if I can meet the needs on their whales. I don't have anything this person needs, sorry. And I can see if they've got any flags in their caravans. No requests for help. So then I'll just hop back home. That's usually stage 2 of my Harvest Land routine. Oh, who's this? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, we're just making the money moves right now. I saved up gems and invested in some feature I honestly don't even remember. I think it was like, I think it was this like weird lighthouse thing where I get, is that it? No, that's from my ship. I invested in one of these like weird side buildings after like saving up for a year of in-game gems, and it gives me double gold when I make orders, which is kind of nice. Okay, nothing we need there. So after I've done really quick check-ins, gotten weapons started, did some hard goods tidying, decided to pass on monsters for right now, fed some workers, and visited some friends to fill some help requests. Usually the next thing I'll do is think long term. So I could think long term and try to look at what I could get in production to help me fight one of these monsters. This is going to take a lot of time to make because these like fire swords and air bows take special things to create. Similarly, I think ahead to mining tasks in the dragon race and try to get the requisite number of special weapons cooking. I think I'm going to have to make some of these weapons first, so that might take me a little bit. So I kind of do this last because it's kind of thoughtless and I don't have to pay much attention to it for at least a day. With that, I'm feeling peaceful and accomplished. I'm going to let my workers mill about. These dudes are just, like hanging out in the neighborhood. This guy's scratching his head like, I don't really know what to do. I'm just going to stand here and pant confusedly. My sheep are getting their groove on. Oh yeah, that bunny is hopping. My chickens are asleep on their eggs. All is good in the neighborhood. Alright guys, do you play Harvest Land? What is your daily routine? Let me know. I will talk to you soon. Bye.